Hello, guys. What a beautiful day outside, but unfortunately, I can't say the same about my day today in trading. So, welcome back to another trade recap, guys. Today, we lost $9,200 trading gold futures in Asia session. And I don't post all of my trades. I don't post all my wins, all my losses. I just really post the most significant wins and losses. Basically, just the ones that you guys can learn the most from. And today was one of those significant losses. Um, very, very unfortunate because I really just broke my rules. Not exactly my trading rules, but I guess I just went against my word today. I said I was done for the month last week, and I decided to hop on the charts yesterday and check out gold, and it was a good setup. I took a good setup, but I managed my position very poorly, and I ended up paying the price of taking a loss in my first introduction to trading gold. Well deserved. I'm not really proud of what I did, and really just a horrible way to end off the month. I'm not gonna lie, but anyways, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this breakdown. So, as you can see, $3,000 daily loss limit on all three accounts. But yeah, let's go ahead break it down. So, basically, Asia session. Let's go and find this motherfucker real quick. All right, let's go and find this trade that I ended up taking. Okay, I think it was around here. So let's go to replay mode really quick. Um, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? So I think it was right somewhere here, something like that. Actually, maybe even I don't know. Actually, we'll see. I think it was right here. Let me just check the 5-minute chart. See if this was the actual trade. Or yes, it was. All right, here we go. Found it. Perfect. So basically, um, going into Asia session, when I hopped on the charts, what I basically saw was we took out previous day low, okay, and then I saw these intermediate highs right here. So I saw this nice swing high right here, 15-minute chart, boom, tapped into this gap, basically just a swing high. And I saw we took out previous day low, and I wanted to see price go back up to this area. So I hopped on the charts after I saw the trend ended up forming. So as we saw, or as you see right here, we're creating higher lows and higher highs, right? We're not really retracing into any sort of gaps, but we are creating higher lows right here, and then we're invalidating these retrace legs. So that's what I was focusing on. And then basically I saw a deep retrace before going and taking out these highs right here, which is coming up actually in this leg right here, where we see displacement out of this retrace leg right here. I think this was where I took my entry. Yes, it was. I remember this imbalance. So I saw this displacement right here. Boom, took my position. And then let me tell you where I ended up going wrong in this entire position. This entire position management was just very screwed. First time really trading gold, I made a very crucial mistake by not at least sizing in light going in, taking my first trade on gold. Like I've traded gold before on Forex, but on futures, this is really like my real first time. So yeah, that's where I went wrong. So I went in initially, I don't remember how many contracts, but my stop was initially right here. So this is a nice protected stop loss, right? And then the mistake that I made was adding into my position. So I was already in initially. My plan was to go break even at this internal high. I wanted to see displacement out of it, and I was just targeting these highs, right? And then I play out a few more candles, and I'm like, oh, cool. I see this displacement candle right here. We're probably going to get break even pretty fast. It's probably going to be a nice and quick and easy trade. But we edge this, and then we go back lower again. And at this point, I'm thinking, oh, I'm probably going to get stopped out. Maybe I entered a little bit too early, right? But as we see right here, we get another swing point right here. So we get a low, a higher low. And then what do we get out of this? We get a nice inverse on this candle right here. So we're inversing this gap right here. And then this is the mistake that I made. I decided to add in, and then I added in way too heavy. So my initial risk was $1,500, okay? And then I added in too much, bringing my total risk to $3,000, actually more than $3,000. So what I had to do, because with Alpha Futures on the 150K accounts, the max no, the daily loss limit is $3,000. So I had to trail my stop to this area right here. I mean, I was forced to. I had no choice. So trailed stop here, right? This was at this point, if price goes to this level or goes down to this area, then I lose $3,000 across their accounts. And that's obviously what ended up happening. So I added in right here off of this close. And then I think my initial entry kind of rose up. So I think my initial entry kind of averaged out to around here now, right? And again, I was a little bit more confident after seeing this inverse that we were probably just going to go rip to at least this break-even point right here, right? And that's what we ended up doing. And then I made another mistake. I didn't go break even when I was supposed to because I was pretty confident in the draw. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll let it ride. I have my stop now over here, right? I thought it was protected a little bit, but that's exactly where I went wrong again. As we see, we started to stall. And at this point, when I see price start to stall, I usually just close. I just take my profit. I was already up, I think, like 2 or 3 bands floating at this area. I think if full TP hit, it would have been like 6K across 3 accounts. So I would have been 18 bands. And I should have just closed. I didn't close. I held my trade. And then what ended up happening was very, very brutal. So my trailed stop ended up getting swept. And then look what happens right after this. Yep. So if I didn't add into my position, I would have hit TP and this would have been a winning trade. But instead, I decided to add into my position and I got max or daily loss limit hit. I mean, it is what it is, but this really, really pissed me off so much. This pissed me off so much. And it's my fault at the end of the day. I don't know why I was adding in the first place. I mean, I was already in with like $1,500 risk. Again, I don't really know what I was doing. So I paid the consequence for it, and that's what happened, right? TP ends up getting hit without me. Still was a good trade, a good setup. But hey, you know, there's something to learn from here personally. So what did I do after I took this loss? Well, I reflected on this loss pretty heavy. I went straight to my journal and basically just dissected the absolute living hell out of this trade to make sure I don't do any bullshit like this again, because this should not have ever happened. Honestly, in general, I shouldn't even have been on the charts. And instead, I decided to basically just break my rules and go against my word and hop on the charts and just take a trade. Even though it was a good setup, I said I was done trading for the month. And I didn't listen to myself. And obviously, this is what happened. So unfortunately, I have to pay the price for that. And I guess it's all good, though. I mean, I took a payout on these accounts. Hopefully, I don't blow them. I mean, like, I have $2,000 in drawdown, $2,200 in drawdown left. So I'm going to try getting them back up. I already took a payout on them. I'm going to be on the leaderboard tomorrow. That's pretty exciting. Top Step doesn't do that. Alpha does that. So for the first time, I'm going to be on the leaderboard. So that would be pretty cool to see. But yeah, hope you guys were able to really learn something from this, because very unfortunate thing happened to me in Asia last night, and I was low-key tweaking about it. But anyways, if you guys want to go ahead and join the free Discord, I'll leave it in the description below. But yeah, with that being said, that's really it from me, guys. Stay safe. Have a great end to the month tomorrow. Don't do anything stupid. And let's turn up in November. All right, let's turn up in November. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.